Trump just reached for the pin, and mortgage rates are already jumping. The fallout? It's not just about Fannie and Freddie. It's homeowners like Maria, who could become the unintended casualties. She did everything right, but even the smartest sellers can get blindsided in a market this unstable. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Mortgage rates just spiked to 6.86%, according to Freddie Mac. That's the highest we've seen in months, and it's not random. The cause? Bond markets. They're in full panic mode. Investors are dumping U.S. bonds because of new tax proposals, rising government debt, and a wildcard announcement from Donald Trump. Last week, Trump said he's seriously considering freeing Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, taking them out of government control for the first time since the 2008 crash. And if you're thinking, wait, what does that even mean? Well, let me break it down. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac guarantee over 40% of U.S. home loans, not just for homeowners, but investors too. They buy loans from banks, so those banks can keep lending. That keeps credit flowing and rates low. If they're suddenly privatized without a rock-solid plan, it could send shockwaves through the housing finance system. I mean, we're talking stricter lending standards, fewer loan approvals, and yes, even higher interest rates. Think that's dramatic? Lori Goodman from the Urban Institute said it bluntly. Without a well-defined vision, exiting conservatorship could cause havoc in financial markets and in the U.S. housing market. And here's the worst part. Nobody agrees on what that vision should be. Meet Maria. She just landed her dream job in another state. She's smart, fast, and organized, got professional photos, priced her condo competitively, made it super easy to show. Now she just needs to sell quickly before she relocates. Easy, right? Here's what happened next. Maria got 3 proposals from local agents. One promised full service, but wanted top commission with minimal marketing. Another wanted more money, but offered slick ads and digital exposure. A third pushed for a lower list price to guarantee speed and wouldn't budge on the commission at all. So no clear winner, no way to know who's legit, and the clock is ticking. She's got rent due in the new city, her mortgage still active on the old one, and every week the property sits, it's burning cash. And with rates rising and market uncertainty growing, the longer she waits, the harder it gets. Maria's not just selling a condo, she's racing a ticking clock. And the worst part? She's stuck choosing between agents who are guessing. You're expected to choose a real estate agent based on vibes, commission math, or whose face is on the local bus bench. No transparency, no leverage, and zero way to verify what an agent is actually going to do. There was a time when a great real estate agent truly made a difference in how fast your home sold and how much you got for it. But over the last decade, the market has been booming. Homes have been selling in days. Prices skyrocketed, and suddenly anyone with a license and a pulse looks like a genius. The truth? The market was doing the work, not the agent. Now that the market's cooling off, the tide's gone out, and we're finally seeing who's been swimming without pants. You can still get top dollar in today's market, but only if you pick the right agent. And the real question is, how do you know actually who's legit and who just got lucky? You're the one selling a 6 or 7 figure asset, and yet they're the ones interviewing you? How does that make sense? Look, I'll give it to you straight. Real estate works. Sellers can still sell. Investors can still flip. It's still the most proven way to build wealth in America, especially with inflation doing what it's doing. But owning or selling property the old way, that's where people have it tough. That's where people can lose. Sellers are being crushed because the system puts all the power in the agent's hands, not yours. And most buyers, they're getting scared off by rates and bad advice, even though creative financing has never been more relevant. Let's call it what it is. The traditional agent model, it's outdated. It's like using a flip phone in the age of iPhones. So the question is the problem real estate or the way that you've been told to do it? Because what if agents had to compete for your listing? What if they had to put real money on the table before you even signed? What if the process wasn't just easier, but actually profitable for you? But in this market, just any old agent ain't gonna cut it. You don't need a listing taker. You need a teammate, someone who's committed, who puts their money where their mouth is, and is willing to bet on your sale with their own cash. Because when the pressure's high and you're on the clock, the agent who's invested will fight harder, think smarter, and work faster, like your outcome actually matters. Now, picture this. You get paid just for listing your property, not when the deal closes, on day one. And not from the buyer, from the agent who's putting money in your pocket up front, just for the privilege of representing your property. Why? Well, because they know your home is valuable and they're willing to prove their commitment before the first showing even happens. When agents compete with skin in the game, guess what happens? They hustle harder, they sell faster, and you make more. In fact, homes sold through this model go for 12% more on average. So yeah, the old way, it's not just outdated, it's expensive. I put together a simple one-page breakdown of how this works. The link is below in the description. You'll see exactly how to create agent competition and walk away with the upper hand like Maria wished she had. Here's the truth. Real estate is not broken. The way most people do it is. Trump's bombshell announcement may shake the market. Rates are climbing and the exit doors are getting crowded. You're on the clock. So pick a pro who acts like it. Get what you deserve. Sell on your terms and never fly blind again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.